if you are somebody who's like trying to go ahead and get your ad recorded, you don't have a ton of equipment, you don't have a fancy camera, you don't have, a nice microphone, you don't have a video editor, all of these things, right? This app right here is going to do 99.9% of the work for you. And so I highly recommend it. You can look for it right in the App Store. It's called Captions. Let me go ahead and present. Go. Okay, awesome. So again, it's just Captions for talking videos. It's got a nice purple app logo or app icon here. So you know which one to go ahead and snag. So let's go ahead and get started with the first step to getting an ad recorded. Okay, so the first thing that you need to know is you need to know what you're actually going to say. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and come into a Google Doc right here, and I'm going to type up a really quick ad script. So for the purpose of this example, let's just say that I'm teaching people how to play the guitar, right? So I want to do an ad getting people to download my ebook on how to get started playing the guitar. So I'm going to just go ahead and write a really quick script. Okay, so. Okay, cool. So really quickly, as you guys can see here, I've just typed up a very, very short ad script. And so now all that I have to do is I can go ahead and I can copy this. And then I'm just going to go ahead and send a text message to myself, okay, with that script. So in another window, you guys can't see it, but I basically just copied what I just did there. And I just opened up iMessage on my laptop and I just went ahead and sent it to my phone. Here, QuickTime again, right? So this is the script that I just typed up, right? So all that I do is now I have it on my phone. So you guys can see this window here. This is just a mirror of what is actually happening on my phone right now. So all I'll do is I'm going to highlight this and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click copy. Okay. I'm going to do it twice because sometimes my phone, when I click copy, it doesn't actually copy it over. So I'm going to grab that and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open the Captions app and I'm going to go ahead and tap this big blue button on the bottom that says create. Now, after I tap create, what you're going to see here is it gives me a couple of different options. This is how powerful the app is. I didn't use this feature in this video, but you can actually even use AI to script your own ads. I wanted to just go ahead and type one up really quick. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to hit the teleprompter option there on the bottom right. Okay. So when I tap the teleprompter option, it's going to go ahead and pull up this magic writing assistant and it's going to say to add your script here. So now I'm just going to literally tap here. I'm going to paste. Okay. So all I've done now is I've written my script really quick in Google. I copied it over to iMessage and I'm tapping it in here and I'm going to go ahead and click record. Now, when I click record, it's going to give me the option to go ahead and use their stuff or to use the Captions camera. I like to use the Captions camera option that you'll see on the bottom here so that you see this here. It says use Captions camera. That's the option that I select. And when I tap this, what's going to happen is it's going to allow me to go ahead and record my ad, but it's going to go ahead and display that script that I just wrote as a teleprompter. So I don't have to memorize it. I don't have to stress about what to say. I literally can just read the words that are on the screen and go ahead and record the ad. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and tap use Captions camera now. And when I do, you can see it's going to go ahead and give me my countdown. And when the countdown stops, it's going to go ahead and allow me to read it. Did you know that it's totally possible to start playing the guitar and sound great in less than 10 days? Most people don't realize how easy it actually is to get started. This ebook right here has everything that you need to make it happen, and it's totally free. Your friends and your family are going to be shocked at how awesome you sound. So if you want it, go ahead and snag it by clicking the link below right now. Boom. And then I end it, right? So that's basically it. Now, it's probably a little bit of inception. You guys are seeing my face on the screen a little bit. But all I do now is I click the purple checkbox here on the bottom, and it's going to have the recorded thing that I just did. So now it gives me two options before I go ahead and I process the ad. Okay, it's going to say auto split, which is basically just automatically catching blank spots. I like using that feature. And then it also has an auto curse sensor. I don't need that feature. I didn't curse in this ad at all. But if that's you, then go ahead and turn that on. And then proceed with English is the button here on the bottom. So I'm just going to go ahead and tap proceed with English. And as soon as I tap that, it starts to say uploading. It's going to take a couple of seconds to go ahead and process everything. And it should be done here in a second. Okay, cool. Now, as you can see, I've got this video here and I can just click and drag things around, right? So it's giving me the captions of everything that I just did. You can customize this a ton to make sure that it's on brand with you and what you're doing. Okay, so our brand AdClass, it's green. So I've kind of selected this option inside of my captions app that is going to highlight the words as green. And also you can see it gives a little background green to some of these words as well, and kind of follows along with what I'm doing. But the neat thing is that you can see it's already captioned everything. It's providing emojis that are related to those captions already, right? And it's also doing neat things like it's tilting the text around, right? It's like, you know, highlighting it as we move along in real time. And so it's really, really powerful tool. If I wanted to change the style, right, I can come in here and I can say like, this is my style, right? But if I want to go ahead and click presets, they have all of these other presets that you can go ahead and choose from. If you feel like one of these is more like you, right, then you can go ahead and play with all of these different things. The other thing that you can do here that's really cool is you can change the format, right? So if I wanted to say like, hey, I'm actually just really going to try to go in a bunch of different placements with this thing. So I'm going to just go ahead and make it square, because as advertisers, we know that the square format, like a 1x1, is pretty much one of the most versatile like formats that you can use. Because if you go with like a 9x16 that it's on right now, right, if this is very much focused on like stories, you can use it in multiple places, but square is typically where you can use it the most. So if I'm going to say, hey, I want to actually do this as a square ad, what I can do is just tap that format button until I see the 1x1, and then I'm going to just drag up my text here. All that I got to do now is decide what format I want it in. So I'll just go ahead and export it as a 9x16, because that was kind of my original here. And let's say that I want to use this in like some stories or TikTok placement or something like that. And then all that I do is I go ahead and I click save. After I click save, I just go ahead and tap the export option here, and then I click export to camera roll on the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to tap export to camera roll, and then it's going to go ahead and export. And then the beautiful thing about having an iPhone and a Mac is as soon as this is done, all that I'm going to do is go ahead and transfer it directly over to my MacBook, right? So I'm going to show you how that works. All I do is I exit, I go to my photos, I come down here to albums, recents. You can see all the photos of my daughter Hannah here. And then you've got my video here that I just exported, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap this button in the bottom left, and I'm going to go ahead and airdrop it to Caleb's MacBook Pro. I'm going to tap that button, and it's going ahead right away, and it's sending it. So now I'm going to just minimize my phone screen here because I don't think we really need it anymore. And I'm going to go ahead and pull up my downloads folder here. And now I've actually got this file right here on my laptop already transferred. So we scripted, we filmed, and we edited this all in basically 10 minutes or so. So if I go ahead and play this now, right? Did you know that it's totally possible to start playing the guitar and sound great in less than 10 days? People don't realize how easy it actually is to get started. This ebook right here has everything that you need to make it happen, and it's totally, your friends and your family are going to be shocked at how awesome you sound. There you go. But as you guys can see, in very little time now, I've got a great ad here with subtitles that look super clean, looks professionally edited, at least for the subtitles part. But now I have a file that I can literally just go ahead and upload directly to the ad platforms and start sharing it, right? So hopefully this was helpful.